Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, Malo on football. So yeah, man, just a platform where I give my thoughts, man, on everything that's going on in the world of football on the Saturday afternoon. Watching a little bit of the rugby, but obviously this platform we're talking all things football. So yeah, man, from a football point of view, we're seeing Manchester United obviously making strides with Andre Onana. I mentioned it yesterday in my video that after 12 years now, David De Gea looks like he'll be leaving or has left Manchester United. And as a free agent, I think he's brought about, a lot of good memories, I think, from a Man United point of view. So Alex Ferguson signing him, after a long time not having a steady goalkeeper, Manchester United. But David De Gea, 12 years leaving Manchester United. And the man coming in, Andre Onana, we saw him obviously in the Champions League final. We saw him for Inter Milan having a fantastic season. For me, definitely someone more stable. De Gea, I think in the first 2 3 years, really wasn't hitting the heights that Man United expected, and then I think probably after that, absolutely brilliant he's been for Manchester United. But I would say in the last 2 3 years has not been making a lot of mistakes in goals. Yes, he's got flashes of brilliance where I would say he saved Manchester United and obviously getting them into the top four last season, but he's been a bit erratic, a bit on form, off form. But yeah, he's been obviously at the club for a very, very long time. Andre Onana now coming in, I think a much more stable goalkeeper, a lot more being able to maybe play from the back, a lot more solid and confident goalkeeper. And I think after 12 years, potentially they do need a change in that department. So yeah, Andre Onana coming in from a Manchester United point of view. Switching on to something else I wanted to discuss with regards to Kylian Mbappe and maybe just African players and obviously seeing Kylian Mbappe, Saka obviously going home to their respective, I would say, countries. We saw Saka going to Nigeria, and we've recently seen Mbappe going to where his father was born in Cameroon. And maybe just your thoughts on, the fanfare that these players get when they go back to, I would say, their native homelands. But, I think the people in those countries forgetting that these very same players have chosen to play for France or England or other respective nations and not playing for Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Ghana, or whatever the case may be. And I mean, they are so celebrated when they touched down. I'm sure all of you saw pictures of Kylian Mbappe, obviously in Cameroon, and the excitement. But this is the same person that maybe could have chosen to play for Cameroon, and obviously has decided to play for France and winning World Cups and that type of thing. I think from a individual point of view, a lot of people would say, obviously, you would choose France or England over Nigeria or Cameroon. But I don't know, man. And I don't really have so much of a strong opinion about this. It's just a matter of looking at it and saying, okay, the people in those countries, when these players come back, they are so celebrated, and yet those very same players turn their back on those nations. I think from an individual point of view, maybe, yeah, I think from their point of view, selfishly so, they've chosen to go to where their bread is going to be buttered, where their football is going to improve, and chosen the best opportunities, which is England, Spain, Portugal, Germany, France, and not Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and all these other African countries where maybe they're originally from. So it'll be really interesting to see what you guys think of the whole question versus where your family is born and where maybe you grew up. I mean, a lot of these players growing up in France, in England, in Spain, in Germany, in Portugal. So really interesting from that front. From an Arsenal point of view, I mean, we're still waiting. The wait to obviously see Declan Rice in an Arsenal shirt. Havertz, we've obviously seen Timber and Havertz apparently having had their medicals yesterday. So looking like maybe this weekend, potentially at the Emirates, getting ready for those unveilings of those two players, maybe likely to happen maybe earlier in the week. Next week, a lot of people expecting it to happen. This week didn't happen, but medicals have obviously happened. So looking forward to seeing those two signings. Who else? What other incomings from an Arsenal point of view? I mean, with Jacques obviously leaving the club after 7 years, I still feel that, yes, Rice is coming into that position, but there's still an opportunity for another player, another potentially defensive midfielder We do know Thomas Partey is there, Jorginho is there, but I do still feel in that centre midfield department, with Xhaka leaving, there is still going to be another opportunity for one or two players to come in. We keep talking about the number 9 position. I mean, obviously, we've been seeing the players back at training. Who is still going to come in? We've made big strides, spending 200 million plus, strengthening the squad. But for me, another attacking option, an attacking player is definitely needed within the sides. There's talk of Chukwueze from Nigeria, plays for Villarreal there, a winger. Maybe someone to battle Saka on that right side of midfield. But really interesting, man, to see what is going to be happening with regards to incomings in an attacking position at Arsenal. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts with regards to Manchester United and David De Gea and everything that's happening with their signings. Malo on football. We out.